Hi, everyone. It's great to have you guys in class. Welcome to Sci 840 VB, Appraisal of Children. Um, I am excited for the summer term. This is my favorite class to teach. I love evaluation and assessment and all of the different components that go into that process. This is my bread and butter, and I'm very passionate about it. And I look forward to seeing you all in July when you all come to campus. So I hope that the semester starts off well for you. I will try to make this as easy as possible for everyone. Hopefully, all the materials and everything work throughout Blackboard. I have everything organized and set and ready to go for you guys starting this week. So I'm excited for you and excited for the summer term. It will go quite quickly because there's just a lot of stuff that we have to cover. So in an effort to kind of help jumpstart this process, I find it very handy to actually do just a video, or I should say an audio recording of myself talking, explaining the syllabus, and hopefully getting you off on a good start for this course. So I want to take a moment to go through the syllabus, but before we do that, a quick note here, guys. I received information from the bookstore that there is a book that you were required to purchase. This one here, the Bradley Johnson and Johnson, the Handbook for Writing Effective Psychoeducational Reports. That book is no longer in print. I was unaware of that. So, my suggestions to you. I will be providing another book that you could buy or purchase instead of that book. If you're able to find it used through Amazon, if you look through Amazon or maybe even another book buying company, you can find used copies that are in excellent condition, and I've actually purchased used books before that have worked out quite well. So if you're able to do that, I encourage you to do so. It's a great little book. It just kind of helps you organize, write your reports. It's a great reference. So more to come on that. I will be posting something here probably tomorrow in regards to another book that you could potentially purchase for that. So let's go back up here to the top of the syllabus. This is just some basic introductory information. You will see here class time. This course starts on June 4th, so Monday, through the 27th. And you guys will be required to come to campus the second week in July, so starting July 9th through the 13th. So if you haven't planned for that yet, then I highly encourage you to do so. I'm sure you all have made plans and prepared for that. During that week, we will meet on campus in Martin Allen Hall here in room 207. So you will come to campus and we will meet throughout the week and have a great week-long session. So some more information to come for that as we get further into the syllabus. Here is my contact information, phone number, email. I try to get back to you as soon as possible with questions. So just bear with me, and usually within 24 hours, I'm able to get back an email to you answering any questions that you might have. Okay. I have a couple graduate teaching assistants. I would encourage you to first and foremost use Brandy. She's the main GTA for this course. Ashley will be supplementing and also doing some other things for me, but Brandy will be the main GTA. So if for some reason you can't get a hold of me, or you just have a quick question, feel free to email Brandy, or you could email both of us, and we can work through it that way. Okay. Required textbooks. So hopefully you all were able to get the Sattler and Flanagan books. As we talked about the Bradley Johnson, I'll be providing some more information for you there. When you guys come to campus, during that week, we will be learning specifics about the Whisk 5 and the Woodcock-Johnson 4, and the ABAS and the Basque. So once you guys leave after that week, you're going to be returning home with 2 test kits, the Whisk 5 and the Woodcock-Johnson 4. In order to learn how to administer those test kits, you're going to be taking those back and administering them to volunteers. So with that, you're going to be expected to pay, I'll have the final figure for you the week that you come to campus, but you'll have to pay for some protocols that go along with those tests. It could be $20 to $30. And again, I'll have that final estimate for you. And then you can just pay the office when you're on campus. As you can see here, when you guys leave, again, you'll have 2 test kits. You'll be administering those to volunteers. And then once the course has completed, you will be required to ship those test kits back to the department. It could be through the Postal Service, FedEx, UPS, whatever it is fine, just as long as they're packaged appropriately and they get back to us by Monday, August 6th. Okay, that is your deadline to have your test kits returned back to the department. And we'll provide you with the shipping address and all of that good stuff. You will be required for the shipping costs when you return those test kits to the department. Okay. It says here, other materials. You may want to purchase a clipboard for future use only. That will not be required for the class or when you come to campus. One thing that you will need when you come to campus is a timing device. So you could use your phone or a stopwatch if you choose. I will let that up to you. There's a lot of folks that are now using their phones to do that. So no need to purchase a stopwatch unless you prefer to use a stopwatch. Another part that will be very important in this course, after the second week, after the 6th week, so the 6th week, 7th, and the 8th week, you will need to have access to a reliable scanner. Now, some of you may already have a scanner at home, which is great. If you do not, then we will be talking about Cam Scanner and Tiny Scanner. Those are apps that you can put on your phone or your iPad. And essentially what they are is it's an app. You can take pictures of a document and it will automatically change the document into a PDF, and then you can email it. This is very important because you will be turning in all of your assignments from week 6 through week 8 into Blackboard, and you will have to scan them in somehow. I'll do some demonstrations of Cam Scanner and Tiny Scanner the week that you are here on campus. So don't feel like you have to do that now. If you want to and want to research them, fine, and try them out, that's great, but you won't need them until after week 6, okay? So technology requirements, I'm not going to go through this. You all have taken online classes, so hopefully you have the appropriate technology. This course is designed to, it's a 4-credit-hour course, and it's designed to help you understand standardized assessment and the evaluation process. So we're going to cover a variety of different things in this course. Some topics that we'll cover is intelligence, theory of intelligence, why we measure intelligence. We're going to talk about ways to measure intelligence, ways to measure academic abilities, ways to complete assessments, test selection, also looking at some psychometrics of standardized assessments. We are going to look at a variety of different assessments and what those assessments are used, how they're used to measure certain things. So making sure that you select the most appropriate assessments given what you are trying to measure. So a lot of different things that we're going to cover. It's going to be a very intense class. There is quite a bit of reading that goes into this course. It's a 4-credit-hour course. I would highly encourage you to make sure that you complete all of the readings in order to stay up with the material that you are being exposed to. So recommendations for success, complete all the assignments, activities, and readings by their due dates. This will help make sure that you are getting the information that you need in order to be able to do the assignments that you are expected to do. So without doing the readings or listening to lectures or completing some of the activities that are required of you, then that will leave you less prepared to take quizzes, less prepared to complete the assignments that are expected of you. This is a very, very important class to school psychology in the field. This doesn't necessarily define school psychology, but this is one of the major components that really sets school psychology apart from any other profession within the school, is our ability to administer, interpret, understand, apply, and use the information from assessments and evaluations. So this is a very critical class, and the best way to succeed is make sure that you're staying up, you're organized, and being able to complete all of the tasks that are expected of you. It does move very quickly. It is a fast-paced class just because we're cramming a lot of information in an 8-week session. So you will be very, very busy. So course objectives, I'm not going to read those to you. This here is something that's required for accreditation that we are required to put in our syllabus. So I won't go over that with you. Delivery method, it's a hybrid, so you'll come to campus for a week. The rest of it will be online. Instructional approach, there will be lectures, video lectures that you'll be required to watch. Again, readings, different discussions, voice threads, assignments, and quizzes. There'll be some case studies, administration of the whisk and woodcock, interpretations of the Basque and ABAS. And there also will be a final evaluation report where you're expected to kind of summarize, integrate information from the assessments that you've conducted. So we'll talk about each of those as I get further in to the course. Course structure, the intensive 8-week courses broken up into 2 sections. Weeks 1 through 3 will focus on the foundation of intelligence, those types of things, and then 4 through 8 will focus on the assessment interpretation, those types of things. So I'm not going to go over that specifically with you, okay? So here's the course schedule. I have worked really hard to make sure that this is exactly how I want it to flow throughout the 8 weeks. So you will see week by week, day by day, what you should be doing, what the expectations are, what the readings are, when the assignments are due, and so forth. So I hope that's very clear to you. If not, if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to let me know. You will also see these reflected in Blackboard as well. My suggestion is to maybe print off a copy of the syllabus or just of the course schedule and use that, staple it, and then, use it week by week, cross things off as you get them done, highlight whatever you need to do to make sure that you're staying on top of things, okay? So I'm not going to go through that for you per se. Let's see here. Let's go to page... Let's stop here. So, sorry, let me back up here. So the assessment methods and grading, here you will see all of the assignments, the points that they are worth, and the grading scale. So I'm going to move on here and talk about each of the assignments that you'll be expected to do. So the WISC-5 administration, scoring, and interpretation worksheets, those will become important starting week 6, 7, and 8. So when you come to campus that week, we will be doing some review of some information that you've already learned in the previous weeks. And you'll also be we'll be doing an in-depth learning series on the WISC-5 and the Woodcock-Johnson 4. The WISC-5 is the intelligence test that is used as a standardized measure, and that you guys will be learning that week. And then during that week, on that Thursday that you are on campus, you will be taking a skills test over that assessment. So you will actually administer it to me as an exam. And again, guys, there's more detail that will come about this when we meet that week. but you will administer that to me. You must obtain a 90% or better on that administration in order to move forward and start administering the exam, the test to volunteers. So after that week that you are on campus, you will return home again, like I said, with those 2 kits, and you will be testing 4 volunteers. 4 individuals that have to be between the ages of 6 and 16. So if you want to start kind of getting those folks lined up, that would be great. But you will be administering the assessment. I will be looking at how you administer your assessment, and then I'll also be looking at your scoring practices. So for each WISC-5 that you administer, again, there will be 4, you will turn in the scoring protocol, and this will all make sense when you come to campus, but you'll turn the scoring protocol in and an interpretation. So for each WISC administration, you'll have a scoring sheet and an interpretation sheet. So 2 pieces of documents that are required for one assignment, okay? And again, guys, we will go over this. It will make clear sense once you're on campus. I know this terminology may not make sense to you at this moment, but I promise it will once you're on campus. For your last WISC-5 administration, you will be required to videotape that. And you will be required to submit that to me. I highly encourage you. We'll talk about ways to videotape, different technology to use, but I really encourage you to use YouTube. So to upload your video to YouTube, please be aware that it will probably take quite a while because your video will probably be 1.5 hours to 2 hours. That's usually what each administration is, just because you are learning. So it can take a lengthy period of time to upload it to YouTube. My point here is that you're going to need to work ahead and plan on that. That way you're not strapped for time and you're able to get the assignment uploaded and submitted before the due date, okay? You will also be administering the Woodcock-Johnson 4. So again, you will have a scoring sheet and interpretation sheet. You will only be administering 2 Woodcock-Johnson 4s. So you'll just need 2 people, and you'll be selecting either a reading, math, or writing section of the Woodcock-Johnson. Again, guys, we will go over this on week 6 when you come to class for that week, and it will make perfect sense. Those are specific to you after, so week 6 and after, okay? So again, more detail to come on that. The BASC 3, ABAS 3, those are things that you're going to be doing before you come to campus. What you will see, guys, is when you get into your course material here starting tomorrow, you will see that the first week information is covering intelligence and theories of intelligence and kind of your role in the process of evaluation. You won't get into, so week 3 is when you'll actually get into learning about some specific assessments. So the ABASC and the BASC will come, ABAS specifically will be week 3. When you learn about the ABAS, you will learn what it is. You'll learn about when you use the ABAS and those types of things. So the interpretation worksheet is you will be given a report, a computerized report, and you will be expected to interpret the information that's been given to you on that report. There is an interpretation worksheet on Blackboard that you can access, and you'll be able to fill that out and complete the ABAS